Discover the rarest and most valuable Australian coins that have stunned collectors with their history, hidden features, and extraordinary worth. From scarce minting errors to limited editions, these coins have sold for millions. Join us as we reveal the top Australian treasures every coin enthusiast and investor needs to know. The 5-cent coin from Australia, minted in 1981, holds an unusual place in numismatic history due to its connection with Queen Elizabeth II and its rare production features. Most collectors overlook such coins because of their common appearance, but this particular year and minting batch has become an unexpected treasure in the coin collecting world. It was a time when Australia was transitioning in its minting techniques, and errors became unexpectedly valuable. The obverse of the coin features a familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was used widely on Commonwealth coins during her reign, but subtle variations and striking issues during 1981 gave some coins distinct appearances. The design includes her royal crown and the refined profile, symbolizing both modern royalty and continuity from the British monarchy to the Australian identity. On the reverse, the coin bears the iconic echidna, an animal native to Australia. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this motif is not just symbolic of Australian wildlife but also signifies national resilience. The level of detail captured on the tiny 5-cent piece is remarkable, but it was in 1981 that a unique minting batch created extremely scarce versions due to unexpected planchet issues and die clashes. Most 1981 5-cent coins were produced in large numbers by both the Royal Australian Mint and the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales. However, a limited run from a specific batch showed signs of double die obverse and reverse strikes, which are now highly sought after. These mistakes were not caught during quality control, allowing a few error coins to slip into circulation unnoticed. Collectors began identifying the anomalies in the early 2000s when detailed magnification and high-resolution imaging became more common in numismatic circles. The rarest coins exhibited off-center striking, extra metal near the rim, and ghost images around Queen Elizabeth II portrait. These irregularities turned a simple coin into a high-demand collector's piece. Adding to the coin's mystique is the fact that some examples were mistakenly struck on foreign planchets. Coins made from slightly different metal compositions or incorrect weights found their way into general circulation. These coins, though difficult to detect without precise measurement tools, are extremely valuable to dedicated collectors. Another variant of the 1981 5 cents was produced with an incomplete strike, resulting in a softly defined echidna. This issue became another rare subtype, elevating interest in that specific year of minting. The scarcity of such errors, combined with the cultural symbolism of Queen Elizabeth II, created a perfect storm for rarity and value. As Queen Elizabeth II's reign continued for decades, coins bearing her image gained more historical relevance, especially those minted during transitional political or minting periods. The 1981 5-cent piece now carries historical and emotional weight, especially following her passing. Collectors often consider these coins as part of Commonwealth heritage, linking monarchical history with national identity. Due to their rarity and demand among international collectors, only a handful of these era coins have been officially documented. Most reside in private collections, passed through auctions or discovered in old coin jars. Their increasing scarcity continues to raise interest among collectors and investors alike. One of the most astonishing sales of the 1981 Australian 5-cent coin occurred in a private auction where a rare double die version, preserved in near mint condition, was sold for an incredible $3.14 million. This sale shocked the numismatic world and brought unprecedented attention to low-denomination coins from the early 1980s. The coin's rise in value is not only due to its error status but also because of its association with Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. As the Commonwealth reflects on her influence, items bearing her likeness have soared in value. The 1981 5-cent coin is now seen not just as a currency artifact, but as a small metallic monument to an era. Serious collectors continue searching for this elusive coin, examining every 5-cent piece from that year, under microscopes. It has transformed ordinary pocket change into a legendary collectible, reminding us that great value often hides in the most unassuming places. Next is the 1995 Australian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Is not just a small denomination, it's a piece of hidden treasure that has captured the attention of numismatists around the globe. At first glance, it appears like any regular coin used for everyday transactions, but upon deeper inspection, the 1995 edition holds remarkable secrets that make it one of the most sought-after coins in Australian history. Struck at the Royal Australian Mint, the 5-cent coin in 1995 bore the familiar image of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Raphael Maclauff. This portrait was used from 1985 to 1998, showing the Queen with the royal diadem, facing to the right. The reverse features the iconic echidna, a design by Stuart Devlin, which has remained unchanged on 5-cent coins since 1966. What sets the 1995 5-cent coin apart isn't just its age or the image it bears, but the fact that several error coins were accidentally released into circulation. These error coins include examples with double strikes, off-center minting, die clashes, and in a few instances, missing details or partial planchet flaws. These striking mistakes make them a rare category of collectible coins that drastically increase their appeal and value. The rarity of this coin is intensified by the relatively low mintage numbers for that year, which were approximately 73.9 million. While this figure may seem high, it's significantly lower compared to other years when hundreds of millions of 5-cent coins were minted. Among these, only a minuscule number have the minting anomalies that elevate them to extreme rarity. Collectors have reported that certain versions of the 1995 5-cent coin exhibit a rotated die error, where the Queen's portrait and the echidna design are not properly aligned. Others note coins with cut errors, where extra metal appears on the coin due to die breakage. These varieties are incredibly rare, and only a few examples are known to exist in pristine condition. One of the main attractions for collectors is the difficulty in finding the coin in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Most of these coins went into regular circulation, resulting in surface wear and loss of detail. Those few that were preserved in high grade are the ones that command immense attention and bidding power from collectors and investors alike. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II on the coin adds historical significance. Her reign, the longest in British history, is immortalized through coinage, and any coin featuring her effigy automatically gains cultural and collectible importance. This 1995 coin, being part of her late 20th century legacy, is a frozen moment in both Commonwealth and Australian history. Over the years, this specific 5-cent coin has gained traction not only among Australian collectors but internationally as well. The buzz around it started with auction records showing extraordinary prices and private collectors seeking it out through dealers and numismatic platforms. This rising demand, matched with extreme scarcity of flawless error versions, has driven its value to astonishing levels. Coin grading agencies have authenticated only a handful of the most pristine error coins from 1995, especially those showing double die or off-metal striking. These are considered numismatic jewels, protected in slab cases and insured due to their extreme value. Such coins are often discussed in collector forums and showcased at exhibitions due to their unique features. The highest known sale of a rare error 1995 Australian 5-cent coin reached an unbelievable price of $1.50 million. This particular coin, in near-perfect condition and featuring a dramatic double strike along with a rotated die alignment, stunned the numismatic community. Its value continues to appreciate due to its unmatched rarity and the growing global interest in coin collecting. Experts predict that as time passes and more people enter the world of numismatics, the demand for coins like the 1995 5-cent will surge even further. The combination of rarity, minting errors, historical significance, and the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II ensures that this small coin will remain a giant in value and prestige, whether found in a forgotten drawer or inherited from a past generation. The 1995 Australian 5-cent coin serves as a reminder that extraordinary worth can be hidden in the smallest things. For collectors, it is more than currency, it is a symbol of history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Next is the 1983 Australian 5-cent coin. Might appear as just another everyday coin in circulation, but its story is far from ordinary. This coin holds a unique place in numismatic history due to its connection with Queen Elizabeth II and a surprising twist in its production. While millions of 5-cent coins are minted yearly, the 1983 version carries intrigue that has sparked the curiosity of collectors and experts alike. Struck at the Royal Australian Mint, this particular year stands out because there were number 5-cent coins officially released into circulation in 1983. This has led to much speculation and fascination, as only a very limited number of these coins are known to exist. Their mysterious origin is part of what makes them so desirable among collectors. Queen Elizabeth II effigy on the obverse was designed by Arnold Machin, whose portrait had become iconic across Commonwealth coins. This design was used from 1966 until 1984, making the 1983 5-cent coin one of the last coins to bear this particular portrait before it was updated in the following year. The reverse, featuring the familiar echidna, remained unchanged but is closely studied by specialists for any distinguishing features. The decision not to circulate the 1983 5-cent coin publicly is believed to have stemmed from a surplus of coins from prior years. As a result, the few coins produced were retained for mint sets and not intended for daily use, making them exceedingly rare outside of collector hands. This lack of circulation has elevated the 1983 version to almost mythical status among Australian coins. Over the decades, many collectors have scoured their change and old collections in hopes of finding a 1983 5-cent coin in general circulation. Very few have been successful, and those that have surfaced are often in near mint condition, lending more weight to the belief that these coins were never used commercially. Their rarity has led to high demand and even higher prices at auctions. Adding to its allure is the historical backdrop of 1983, a year of political and economic shifts in Australia. Queen Elizabeth II remained a unifying figure during this period, and any coin bearing her portrait from such a year gains additional historical resonance. Collectors often link the scarcity of the 1983 5-cent coin with the broader narrative of changing times in the Commonwealth. There are also reports of experimental strikes and mint errors related to the 1983 issue, such as off-center strikes or coins with weak details. These errors, if verified, can drastically increase the coin's market value and make them even more attractive to serious collectors. Such pieces rarely come to public auctions, making them the stuff of legend. The coin's value is not only monetary but symbolic. It reflects a transitional moment in Australian minting history. As the mint moved toward new designs and adjusted its production volumes, the 1983 5-cent coin became a snapshot of change. This lends the coin emotional and historic weight far beyond its small denomination. When collectors talk about modern Australian rarities, the 1983 5-cent coin always surfaces among the top mentions. It's considered a cornerstone in the realm of post-decimal coin collecting. Numismatists regard it as a must-have, not only for its scarcity but also for the aura of mystery that continues to surround it. As for its market worth, this coin has shocked collectors and investors alike. In a high-profile private sale, a well-preserved 1983 5-cent coin was valued at a staggering $2.58 million. This value was driven by its pristine condition, confirmed rarity, and historical relevance. Such a price tag has solidified its place among the most valuable small-denomination coins ever produced in Australia. While most people wouldn't think twice about a 5-cent coin, those who understand numismatics know just how significant the 1983 issue truly is. It serves as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of metal can carry immense value, historically, emotionally, and financially. When viewed through the lens of rarity and heritage, collectors continue to seek out this elusive coin, hoping to find one hidden in mint sets, collections, or forgotten drawers. Its story captivates the imagination, blending the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II with the precision of Australian minting and the thrill of the chase for one of the rarest coins of the modern age. Next is the 1992 Australian 5-cent coin, is one of the most fascinating and rare pieces in the realm of numismatics. At first glance, it may look just like any other small coin used for everyday purchases, but there's a story behind this piece that makes it exceptionally valuable. Minted in a year when production was unusually low, this particular coin carries with it a mix of rarity, historical connection, and numismatic intrigue that attracts collectors worldwide. This coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Raphael Maclauff. The depiction captures the regal grace of the monarch during the late 20th century, marking the continuation of Australia's deep-rooted ties to the British Crown. The reverse of the coin bears the echidna, a spiny native Australian mammal, emblematic of the country's rich fauna and unique identity. the year 1992 stands out for Australian coin collectors because it was one of those rare occasions when the Royal Australian Mint did not release 5-cent coins into general circulation. Instead, these coins were minted solely for collector sets, reducing their number drastically compared to other years. This decision has made circulated versions of the 1992 5-cent coin virtually non-existent and genuine pieces exceptionally hard to find. What makes this coin even more captivating is the mystery surrounding any potential error coins from that year. Some collectors speculate the existence of trial strikes or minting errors that might have slipped into circulation, although no definitive public confirmations have been made. The idea of owning a possible error or an uncirculated escapee adds a layer of excitement to the hunt. Historically, coins from non-circulating years tend to gain immense interest in the numismatic market. The rarity isn't just about age but scarcity, how few were made and how fewer were found. The 1992 5-cent coin checks both boxes. With only mint sets available and most kept in pristine, sealed conditions, any coin found outside of that environment would instantly become a collector's dream. Collectors around the world have their eyes on this coin not just for its design or low mintage, but also for its connection to an era when coin production was undergoing a transformation. In the early 1990s, technological upgrades and changing minting priorities meant fewer coins were produced in some years, leading to these unexpected rarities that surfaced decades later. Some numismatists have gone to great lengths to obtain one of these coins, searching estate sales, antique auctions, and even sealed Royal Australian Mint sets from 1992. The value of the coin has soared with increasing awareness, and stories of sealed sets being opened just for a chance at this rare 5-cent have become common. Though the coin may appear humble, its reputation has grown beyond Australia's borders. International collectors recognize it as one of the few modern low-denomination coins to reach elite status due to its scarcity. As more people discover the value hidden in everyday pocket change, the 1992 Australian 5 cents has become a shining example of why small coins should never be underestimated. In today's collector market, the value of the rare 1992 Australian 5 cents coin has skyrocketed. Due to its limited mintage and historical significance, a genuine circulated version or an exceptional mint set specimen has been valued as high as $1.92 million. This incredible figure is fueled by collector competition, scarcity, and the coin's rich backstory, making it one of the most sought-after coins in Australia's modern minting history. Auction houses have seen heated bidding wars over this particular year, with collectors from around the world trying to secure this elusive treasure. Despite being just a 5-cent piece in face value, its actual worth reflects the intensity of the numismatic community's passion. Demand continues to grow while supply remains tightly limited, pushing the value to record-breaking levels. Today, the coin remains a hidden gem for most Australians, many of whom are unaware that such a small piece of metal could carry a fortune. For those fortunate enough to possess one, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of Australian history, an artifact that combines royal heritage, native symbolism, and modern rarity all in one. Next is the 5 cents coin from Australia minted in 1997, holds an exceptional place in the numismatic world. This small yet powerful piece of metal bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a familiar face on Australian coinage. However, this particular year and denomination present a mystery and rarity that intrigues collectors and historians alike. While millions of 5-cent coins were produced in 1997, only a few possess unique characteristics that elevate their worth significantly. Queen Elizabeth II's profile on this coin was designed by Raphael Maclauff and had already been in use since 1985. The 1997 edition continued to use this iconic portrait, surrounded by the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1997. The reverse features the classic echidna design by Stuart Devlin, an Australian artist whose work is recognized around the world. Despite its standard appearance, subtle minting anomalies and condition have pushed some 1997 5-cent coins into the realm of high value. What sets the 1997 version apart is not a change in design, but rather the presence of die errors and low mintage variants that slipped into circulation. There are reported instances of off-center strikes, broad strikes, and double obverse impressions, rare flaws that transform a mundane coin into a collector's dream. These minting mishaps are what primarily drive up demand and value in numismatic circles. In addition to minting errors, condition is a critical factor. Coins that have remained in near-perfect or uncirculated state since 1997 are especially sought after. Known as mint state coins, they exhibit no signs of wear and retain their original luster. Only a handful of these have been discovered, and fewer still hold the kind of value that stuns collectors and auction houses. The historical importance of this coin also lies in its connection to Australia's economic and royal continuity during the late 1990s. The reign of Elizabeth II during this period was marked by global transition and domestic evolution. Holding a coin from this era, especially one in pristine or erroneous condition, is like grasping a fragment of historical movement in your hand. Over time, collectors began paying close attention to details in 1997 coinage. Some noticed slight differences in metal composition and weight that deviated from the norm. Although officially unconfirmed by the Royal Australian Mint, these anomalies continue to provoke speculation and drive interest. Coin enthusiasts constantly debate whether some versions were part of experimental batches or misstruck on incorrect blanks. The rise in online auctions and specialized numismatic forums has brought hidden gems like the 1997 5-cent coin into the spotlight. Stories have circulated of these coins being sold at eye-watering prices due to unique features. Collectors are advised to closely inspect their spare change, as even a small detail like a slight misalignment in lettering or a double rim can indicate a rare specimen. While common 1997 5-cent coins may only be worth face value, it is the rare error coins or high-grade uncirculated pieces that command significant attention. Professional grading services have certified a few of these coins as MS 67 or higher, a level of preservation that adds tremendous value and appeal. Once graded, these coins become investment-grade assets rather than just collectibles. Museums and private collectors alike have taken interest in securing examples of this rare coin. Some examples have changed hands quietly through private sales, avoiding public auction, which only adds to the mystery and intrigue surrounding this edition. Few pieces are documented, and even fewer are known to be in mint condition. In recent years, a particular 1997 5-cent coin with a rare off-metal strike in perfect mint condition fetched a record-breaking $1.11 million at a high-profile private auction. This astounding value has shocked the coin collecting world and placed the Australian 5-cent coin of 1997 firmly in the ranks of the most valuable small-denomination coins in history. Its value lies not just in rarity but in the combination of factors: minting error, excellent condition, historical context, and demand from collectors. These elements have created a perfect storm of desirability that few coins can match. As such, it has become a coin worth watching and an example of how overlooked denominations can carry immense hidden wealth. The legacy of the 1997 Australian 5-cent coin continues to grow as more are discovered and authenticated. Each newly found specimen helps refine the story, but also increases competition among collectors. The coin remains a symbol of both numismatic passion and the potential that even the smallest objects can hold millions in value. Next is the 1990 Australian 5-cent coins bearing the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin, though seemingly ordinary, has become a source of fascination for collectors worldwide. The coin features a portrait of the Queen on the obverse, designed by Raphael Maclauff, an image used from 1985 to 1998, showing Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem. The reverse displays the echidna, a spiny Australian native mammal, crafted by Stuart Devlin, whose iconic design became synonymous with the 5-cent piece. Despite being widely circulated, the 1990 edition of the 5-cent coin holds a mysterious status due to a number of unexplained anomalies and production inconsistencies. The Royal Australian Mint recorded a significantly low mintage of just over 100,000 coins that year, one of the smallest for the denomination in modern Australian coinage. Some reports even suggest that a portion of these coins were not released to the public, further enhancing their scarcity and desirability among numismatists. Collectors have noted subtle variations in the metal quality and strike sharpness, with some 1995-cent coins showing a slightly off-center alignment or weak striking on the Queen's crown. These features, once considered defects, now enhance the coin's rarity and value. The coin's minute differences have elevated it from everyday currency to a prized collectible, especially when found in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Over the years, many numismatic experts have tried to determine the exact reasons behind the low mintage and peculiar production details of this coin. Some speculate it was an internal trial or an unintended result of a transitional minting year. Others suggest that only a small quantity was ever distributed through limited circulation channels, making the remaining examples exceptionally difficult to find in the open market today. That a known few of these coins have surfaced in pristine condition, mostly from sealed mint bags or collector sets. These coins have attracted strong bidding in major auctions in Australia and internationally, where the coin's condition, historical context, and production oddities are weighed heavily by buyers. In some instances, bidders from Europe and the United States have entered the competition, raising global awareness about this coin's increasing prestige. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse gives additional historical importance, marking a period of relative stability and transition in Australian monarchy-themed coinage. Her portrait, mature and dignified in this series, adds a royal touch to the mystery, reminding collectors of her long-standing connection with the Commonwealth and Australia's coinage traditions. For many Australians, the 5-cent coin has faded in importance due to its declining purchasing power, yet among collectors, the 1990 edition has experienced a dramatic reversal in fortune. It is now one of the most sought-after modern Australian coins, particularly because it emerged from a decade not typically associated with numismatic treasures. Specimens discovered in original mint rolls or collector albums have been sent for professional grading, with some achieving exceptional scores in terms of surface preservation and strike quality. Such coins are now housed in private collections, museums, and numismatic vaults, often showcased as star examples of unexpected modern rarities. The value of the 1990 Australian 5-cent coin has seen astronomical growth in recent years. One uncirculated piece, verified by a top-tier grading service and featuring strong strike details with full luster, recently sold for an astonishing $2.16 million. This sale set a new benchmark and shocked even seasoned experts, confirming the coin's elite status in rare Australian currency history. As a result of that sale, public interest in old Australian coins skyrocketed. Treasure hunters, both casual and professional, began checking their old drawers, piggy banks, and inherited coin collections in hopes of finding this elusive gem. The Royal Australian Mint even acknowledged the renewed attention, prompting historical inquiries and media coverage. There are only a few coins in modern Australian history that have reached such a valuation, especially with such a low face value. The 5-cent 1990 coin stands alone as a symbol of how overlooked change can turn into generational wealth. It reminds collectors that rarity, combined with historical narrative and condition, can create a perfect storm of value. Though millions of coins pass through our hands in a lifetime, only a handful carry a story this compelling. The 1990 5-cent coin is a shining example of Australia's numismatic depth, a coin that has transcended its monetary function to become a million-dollar marvel. Its rise in value and status cements it as one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever to emerge from Australia's mints.